Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for finding me. On my channel, you're going to find some really helpful and really cool tool reviews, as well as some tutorials on how to do some things inside of the house and out in the garage. Some other specials I've got coming up are a powder coating project that I look forward to. We're going to take an aluminum part, take it into the bead blaster, media blast it, and prepare it for powder coat. So we're going to test out this Eastwood dual voltage powder coating system. So I want you to check that out with me. Make sure and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of this really cool stuff. Additionally, I've got a bunch of these Milwaukee M12 tools that I am so excited to start using. I'm going to put these tools to the real world test, so stick around for that. I've got a brake job coming up that I'm going to really see if how these tools really perform. So that should be awesome. Make sure and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. I've got the big series I've got coming up that I'm really excited about is a 1976 Corvette, a C3 Corvette. So we're going to pull the engine out of it, rebuild the engine, got to do some suspension work. We've got vintage air going in it. So check that out. That's going to be super cool. It's going to be an awesome series. So hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of it. Right now, coming up, we're going to review this Craftsman 282-piece mechanics tool set. This is the one that's in gunmetal chrome. So stay tuned and we're going to unbox this right now. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're just joining me, we're about to unbox this 282-piece Craftsman mechanics tool set. So I picked this up at Lowe's just after New Year's, and I have been watching this for a couple of weeks. I noticed that they had several of them, and they started going on clearance. And I talked to one of the associates, and they mentioned that they thought that these were going to be closed out, so to keep an eye on them and watch the price. So that's what I did. So I went back, every week or so. I went back every few days, and I'd take a look. And they drop a little bit, and then I saw, okay, there's 3 left, and there's 2 left, and then the last time I went in there was only 1 left, and I saw the price, and I saw why. So this, I got this kit for 162 bucks. It was normally, how much was it? 250 bucks. I've seen it before. I've walked past it a dozen times. I said, what do I need another set of mechanics tools for? I already have my own. For years I've been using one of those kits in the black plastic molded case. It's like a little suitcase. Honestly, I loved it. It was always been a great kit for me. What I really loved about it is when I opened it up, I could immediately see, I could find what I wanted immediately, and I could immediately see if I've lost anything. So when I was leaving a job or when I was finishing up something, like out in the driveway or wherever I was at, even in the garage, I could quickly see if I left a socket somewhere or a ratchet or something like that. So I really liked that. But at a certain point, you move into a tool, a toolbox, a rolling toolbox, and it just makes sense to set that aside and get another, invest in another full mechanics set. So that's what I did here. I picked this guy up. I'm pretty excited about it. The other thing that really excited me is because I just mentioned the thing that I loved about my other toolkit was that all of my sockets and everything was really nice in one spot, and I could pick it up and take it with me. I could take it to the junkyard if I was going to if I needed to go pick a piece, pick a part or something like that. Or if there was, a roadside assistance or something, anything. It was great. I could grab it and go. So I'm not getting rid of it. It served me well for the last 20-some years, but it was time to go. But that brings me to why I liked this kit so much. It had trays in them. They're labeled. So you can, again, quickly find what you're looking for, and you can spot when you're missing something. So I'm really jacked about having that. But I really think one of, and then you read the box, most guys will see, oh, hey, you got the 120 tooth ratchet, so you're going to have, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. Oh, here it is. Yeah. The three times faster, what did it say? 3 times better access with 122 teeth. So that is good, the 122 teeth. That's kind of standard nowadays. And from Craftsman, you know, whatever. It's going to give you a shorter swing before it clicks to the next thing. So if you're in a really tight area, and I know we've all been there, and you've got your deep well socket in the back in the corner, and you're on one leg, on one foot, and you get back there and you go to move your ratchet back, and you can't get it to click one more time. So then you got to pull the socket off and move it yourself and get it back on there and try and just this is going to help for that. So we've all been there. 122 tooth is better than anything less. So cool. Let's go ahead and unbox it. All right. So it looks like, oh, here, this is what I always love too. They give you the complete list of everything that's in there. What I like is they give you the catalog number, so if you were to lose something, you can quickly just order exactly what you missed, because, you know, like all manufacturers, they've got how many 17 millimeter standard socket sets in a 1/2 inch drive are there that they make, the Craftsman make. I don't know, probably a whole bunch. So cool. Hang on to that. Maybe shove that underneath the mat inside of your tool drawer. Let's see. Keep going here. There we go. All right. Now these trays seem to be a little flimsy, so I don't know if you're thinking about this kit and the trays mean a whole lot to you. You know, just be aware that they are a little flimsy, and I guarantee they're going to crack and break over time, and they're eventually going to be what you call garbage. So keep that in mind. But hey, stick around, because one of my next videos, I am going to show you how to organize a tool kit just like this inside of your tool drawer. So hit subscribe so you don't miss out on that. All right. I don't know about you guys. I love tools, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm guessing if you're watching this, you like tools too. I don't care, you know. Yeah, it's not a Snap-on. Okay, I get that. I got it. It's not a Matco. I didn't buy it from the tool truck. I didn't finance it. I'm not making monthly payments. But I don't, you know what? Also, I don't turn a wrench for a living, so I think those are great tools. And I think if I did turn a wrench for a living, I would want the absolute best, not only to avoid ridicule from my colleagues, but really, buy it once and take care of it, and it should last a lifetime. For me, I'm just a hobbyist. I'm a shade tree mechanic. I just goof around. I have a lot that I want to show you guys, but I have a lot to learn myself. So, yeah. Anyway, back to this. They just look pretty. That's what I was saying. I think, I mean, look at that. This is pretty cool. They all look nice. Okay, so my first glance at this, you know, the first thing I want to do is grab the ratchet. So I went right for the 1/2 inch ratchet. It does feel very nice in my hand. The gunmetal is a nice touch. I don't think I would buy a tool because the color of the metal. To me, that doesn't matter, but it does look very nice. It feels nice. The reverse, yeah, I mean, you'll be able to flip that with your hand, one-handed. So that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, just a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that, but boy, it doesn't take much to get that click. So I guess I'm used to something definitely less than 120 points on your ratchet. So, oh yeah, here is the thing that I noticed straight off of the bat that I don't like about this. This is not you cannot service this ratchet. It cannot be rebuilt. I mean, what are you going to do when you break it? When you wear it out, you're going to throw it away. That's what this is. So, yeah, that's disappointing, but I mean, for 162 bucks, okay. I bet you they got the part number right on here, so I'm guessing I could always hit eBay when that time comes and find a replacement if I needed to, if I must have a matching set. But I mean, overall, it looks like a pretty complete set to me. That was really what I was excited about. It was a very complete set. So, you know, when we're talking about, we'll start at the 1/4 inch. If we talk 1/4 inch drive, the standard 6-point sockets, where we start at 4 and we go to 14 millimeter on a 1/4 inch, guys. That's pretty good. 4 millimeter to 14 millimeter on a 1/4 inch. Move over to the Imperial or standard, going from 5/32 all the way up to 9/16 on a 1/4 inch. Dude, that's awesome. These are all, by the way, these are all 6-point. That's the other thing that I got super jacked about, is every one of these sockets, they're all a 6-point. They're all 6-point sockets, and here's why I like the 6-point as opposed to a 12-point. 12 points you're going to find mostly in your aftermarket fasteners and your aftermarket applications. Nothing against them. They're great, like your ARP fasteners, probably one of the best in the business. But when you look inside of a 12-point socket versus a 6-point socket, you're going to notice that the walls are much thinner. It's a thinner socket. So when that socket goes over that fastener, these 4 points, when they go to, I'm sorry, 6 points, when they go to turn, they're actually gonna grab the wall of the fastener edge, not the corners. They're not gonna round out the corners. They're actually gonna grab the wall of it, the way that all of these are designed now. So having less points of contact is going to give you more torque in the end. You're going to be able to torque these things a lot harder by hand than a 16-point, and less chance of rounding out the head of your fastener. So, you know, good luck today finding a kit, a full complete kit that's all 6-point. So, I mean, I think that alone makes this kit, for the price, just an absolute home run. But anyway, moving along. Again, then you move to the deep well sockets for your 1/4 inch drives, going same matching set, 4 millimeters to 14 millimeters in your 1/4 inch, and then as well for your standard deep wells, 5/32 to 9/16, and everything follows suit. 3/8, both in the standard as well as in the deep well socket. We're gonna go from 6 millimeter all the way up to 22. Wow, in a 3/8. And then for your standard and deep well sockets in your Imperial, you're going to go from 3/16 all the way up to 1 inch in the 3/8. All the way up to 1 inch in a 3/8. I've never imagined using a 3/8 on a 1 inch. So, whew. 1/2 inch, again, matching sets, right? Deep well sockets and standard sockets in the 1/2 inch drive, going from 12 mil all the way up to 24 millimeter. 24 millimeter! In just a mechanic set that you got off the shelf. To me, I know they're out there, but it's just really complete. Both, all 6-point, both deep well and standard shallow well. So totally cool there. The combination wrenches, you're going to go from a 6 millimeter all the way up to the 16 millimeter. And the one thing I like about these combination wrenches is they're long. They're a little bit longer than what I'm used to. There's a joke there, but they're also pretty thin, and yet there's another joke there too. But the extra added length is going to give you a little bit more torque when you need it, as long as you've got the space, of course, but it's going to give you a little bit more torque. So it's a little bit thinner. I think that feels kind of nice in my hand. You know, these are going to be fine for my application, for your just your regular Joe that likes to do stuff. I think this is probably a pretty complete kit. in this kit, they boast 80, 82, 85 specialty pieces. Those are your little bits like this. Now these are awesome to have. You've got your Torx here, you got some flatheads and your Phillips, and you know, so you're gonna have what you need in this regard. But frankly, if you're gonna need these 1/4 inch type bits, you probably already have you know, a wider selection in another kit that you've probably picked up along the way. But it is nice to at least have. We'll leave them there. Along with those specialty bits, you get these nut drivers. So I know, man, there's a lot of guys that are like, hey, I got no use for the nut driver. The nut driver, I don't need it. That's one of those fluffy pieces. You know, maybe, but I beg to differ. You need to do something, tighten a bolt real quick. You know exactly what you're going after. You don't need the ratchet. You know, I don't know. They're handy to have. They're handy to have. I'm glad it's here. So that's cool. Look, it goes all the way down to 3/16. So that's pretty complete. 3/16 all the way up to 1/2 inch. You know, I'd say that's a pretty complete kit. Got your Allen. Got all of them, man. Looks good. Oh, the other thing that I noticed for you Ford guys out there, all you Ford fellas, we got your, you know, it'll do 4, 4.5, 5, and 5.5. Guys, you don't get 5.5 a lot of times anymore. A lot of times they like to skip some of these halves. I don't think you're going to find a lot of them in most OEM applications unless it's a Ford. And probably, yeah, that's about all I can really think of. But, or maybe a bicycle, I don't know. But awesome. I mean, very complete set. I'm pretty excited to have it, to add it to my collection. So I'll tell you what, guys, if there is if there's something you want to see me review, if there's anything you want to talk about, drop it down in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you like what you see, hit the like button. I want you to hit subscribe, because coming up, my next video, how am I going to organize all of these tools inside of my toolbox drawer? So don't miss a thing. Hit subscribe and check that out. I guarantee you'll always find your 10mm this way, and you'll never lose it at the end of a job. So stick around for that tip. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Again, guys, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for checking me out, and I can't wait to show you some more cool stuff.